y'all, today I'm making a pineapple cake. I really don't know where I got the recipe. I've had it for a really long time, and I think what it was I was trying to make a pineapple cake and looked up a recipe and didn't like that recipe the way it came out, so I changed a bunch of stuff. So this is what I'm making today. It's not pineapple upside down cake or anything like that, and it's really easy. This is actually going to be a birthday cake. That's what they wanted for their birthday cake. It is really good. It's real moist. But I'm trying to hurry because I need to get it in the oven and baked before I've got to get booger. All right. I'm not even going to put it in my stand mixer. I'm not going to do all that because it's super simple. So I'm going to start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now 2 cups of granulated sugar, just regular granulated sugar. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. All right, I'm just going to whisk all of those dry ingredients together really good. Now in a separate little bowl, I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla and then 2 eggs. I let mine come to like room temperature. I think cakes bake more evenly and come out moister whenever the ingredients are all room temperature. If you haven't set your eggs out ahead of time enough for them to come to room temperature, I do it too. Put them in a bowl of just warm water, not hot water, because you don't want to start cooking the egg, but just like lukewarm water. Let them sit in there for about 10 minutes, and it'll just keep them from being really cold. So in this bowl, I'm going to put my 2 eggs and my vanilla and also a 1/4 cup of sour cream. I'm just going to whisk it together before mixing it in with our dry ingredients. Alright, so I've got our 1/4 cup of sour cream, 2 eggs, and then a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just going to whisk this together just a little bit before we put it in. Our flour, no real lumps or anything in the sour cream. Sorry for all the background noise, it's crazy here today, y'all.
Wow.
Alright, before I mix it in there, I'm using a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple. With it, you want the juice, but I like to keep a 1/4 cup. I like to take a 1/4 cup of the crushed pineapple out to mix into my icing to put on top, okay? So I'm going to take out a 1/4 cup of this and set it aside. Let me find me a little bowl. Mix together all ingredients until just combined. Well, y'all, once again, I thought it was recording and it was not, but I mean, you really didn't miss much. All I did was spray my pans. I usually do a full 9x13 pan for these. I am splitting it up into 2 because one is just for the birthday boy because he will eat the whole thing by himself. He loves it. This is his like favorite cake. And he likes nuts, chopped up pecans in his icing, and everybody else doesn't. So one is just for him. But anyways, so I sprayed my pans. I use Baker's Joy. Usually, a lot of times I'm out. If I'm out, then I just grease my pan first and then dust it with flour, and it works probably better than Baker's Joy, but Baker's Joy is easier. So, anyways, I'm going to put these in a 350-degree oven. The full 9x13 pan, I cook about 45 minutes. So it'll be determined how long it takes these to bake, and I'll let you know. Alright, so I've got my cakes in the oven, so I'm going to try to do the icing real quick. Forgot to record. Let me test this. Got powdered sugar and stuff all over me. So I've got 2 packs of cream cheese and 1 stick of softened butter in here, and I'm just going to mix it together till they're kind of fluffy. Alright, now I'm going to put in that 1/4 cup of crushed pineapple that I saved. I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to put in a little bit of lemon zest also, just the zest from 1 lemon. Just brightens it up a little bit, helps that pineapple flavor come out. Alright, so that's done. And I'm not worried about it being real stiff because it's just going on a sheet pan. And I actually poke little holes in the cake for some of that icing to seep down in there. But I'm going to give it a little taste. Perfect. See, to me that's perfect. You can still really taste the cream cheese and butter and just a little bit of that pineapple. But it's not too sweet. It's just very rich. And that's how I like my cream cheese icing. Look at this stuff on me, y'all. I should have wore an apron. If I don't wear an apron, it's gonna look like this. It's all over my legs too. All right, so that's done. Yeah, I'm licking my fingers and stuff because guess what? I'm not selling it. It's not in a restaurant, and it's just us eating it. I'm gonna lick these too. How about that? So now, I'm going to chop up a few pecans for the top, for the icing on his personal cake, okay? And the story behind these pecans, just to tell you all the story, I smuggled these. I guess I wasn't really smuggling them, but yes, I did smuggle this 5-pound bag of pecans to New Mexico for my mother. When we got there, she was like, "Oh my God, why did I want so many pecans?" I was like, "I don't know, Mom, but here they are." But anyways, she didn't use them all, and she kept just enough for her in case she needed some more. And the rest came back home to me, with me. We smuggled them there and smuggled them back along with all the leftovers. So, Mom, here's these pecans again. And I'm just going to chop up, I have like a handful here. I'm just going to chop up a little bit to put on his icing. I also like coconut. I like to top the icing with toasted coconut. Just sprinkle toasted coconut on top of the icing. I love that, but not a whole lot of people in my house are crazy about the coconut. But if y'all try this, if y'all do this recipe, it is super good with some toasted shredded coconut sprinkled all on top of that icing. So good. I guess it'd be like a pina colada cake. Alright, so I baked it for 35 minutes. Here it is. I just took the end of a wooden spoon and poked holes in it. I might poke a few more holes because I really like getting those pieces. I'm sure everybody else likes getting them too, with the icing down in it. Alright, now I've let it cool about 5 minutes. You can let it cool about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, just so it's not like blazing hot. And then I like to put just a thin layer of the icing on it so that it melts down into those holes. And I'm really focusing on those holes in the edges because I want it to seep down around those edges also. I just put a thin layer of it, just enough for it to go down in those holes and seep down around the edges. And once it's a little bit cooler, then I go back and put a thicker layer of icing on it, which you don't have to do it that way. I think it comes out better that way. You could probably just put it all on here right now, or put it all on there when it's completely cooled. But I just really like that icing that seeps down around the edges and into those holes. Alright, I'm eating a pork rind, so sorry. It's been an hour since we let our cakes cool. They're cooled since we put the first layer of icing, so they're cool enough. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of the icing on here. Booger's home from school, y'all. Got him a SpongeBob popsicle there. He loves his little SpongeBob popsicle, SpongeBob anything. He loves anything SpongeBob. Alrighty. Now this one I'm going to mix these pecans in with it because this is for the birthday boy and he wants pecans on his. Like I said, this is really good with excuse me. It's really good with toasted coconut. I love it with toasted coconut. Let's put all this on here for the birthday boy. Alright, so I got his iced, his pecan icing. We can't take a bite of his because we have to sing happy birthday and all that first. But I can cut this one and take a bite of this one. So that's what we're gonna do. Color. Alright, so here it is. I'm gonna take me a little bite of this.
Bells by Kid Songs on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop.
Alexa, play Jingle Bells.
It's so good. I love this cake. It's so easy. It's moist from the sour cream, but it's still kind of light. And you can really taste the pineapple and just a little bit of that lemon from the zest we put in it. It's so good, y'all. You really gotta try it. It's easy recipe, but it's so good. It's just so good. But, alright, y'all. I have got to go make twice baked potatoes and marinate some steaks and green beans for the birthday dinner and put a 40 on this cake. Thank y'all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.